the child from early, so in such a way that at the early age, that enlightened mothers too do help to make the children live longer. What happens is that in the early, if you're able to detect early, we know the problems of the first 2 years. We now know how to monitor and identify the ones that can be problematic, and then how to manage further. So there are ways to ameliorate the disease in each individual, depending on how it occurs. But I would say that the parents too have a lot to do. But what happens is that there are systemic damage to many organs as the child grows up. And the better you manage at that time, the longer the child will live. But if you are negligent from the beginning, the child will have more problems. One organ could have had stroke, liver damage, kidney damage, bone damage, and all that, which makes life more difficult and more desperate. So it is better to detect early, identify problems early, like damage to the spleen when they suddenly get anemic in the infancy, to give them the necessary vaccinations, okay, against infections, because sickle cell disease is associated with infections, a little bit of decreased immunity to some types of infections. So protect them against those infections. Identified as transcranial Doppler testing now that is done after 2 years, after the age of 2 years. You do it regularly, and you'll be able to identify those who are prone to have stroke or early complications, and then you'll be able to put in place things that will help them. Now we have, though the facilities are not very inadequate in the country, at least, and some of them are not available. We still have, we can assist with blood transfusion, we can assist with exchange blood transfusion, we can assist with stem cell transplantation, which is not available right now in the country. I mean, it's available in Benin, the rest of Benin right now, but it's not really popular, and I don't think it's adequate.
And it's expensive.
Adequacy is not even expensive, not accessible. So many things you can talk about in that case, because we need to popularize it. And we need foundations like TAF to assist the government to do this type of things.
Yeah. Mr. Zenwa, the issue of all the things you talked about here require a lot of money, some measure of a lot of money. So how does TAF get its funding? And how has it been in terms of funding?
Well, to some extent, we'll say we are grateful that there are good-spirited individuals who have been granting us some assistance, financial assistance, to ensure that TAF carries on its own program. Now, apart from the financial assistance, there are at least 3 pharmaceutical companies that have also been forthcoming with the provision of some of these drugs. At least at this point, one must express gratitude to pharmaceutical companies like Emzor, May & Baker, and Juhi. They have actually been supportive. But like I said, coming from what he has highlighted about even the cost of carrying out such medical attention to these sufferers, a lot can be done if we can get the necessary more encouragement or more support from the society.
Okay, and in closing, I know that awareness, they say information is power. So what more would TAF be doing in terms of creating awareness in closing?
Well, thank you very much. When Doctor was speaking, and the ES, there is the issue of research. Now, in a few months' time, we are trying to launch another program. And during that period, a lot of awareness will be raised in the society to ensure that people get involved and come to the aid of these candidates.
All right. Thank you so much for coming on this morning. We've been speaking with the Executive Secretary, Temitayo Awosika Help Foundation, Mr. Ebere Oloha. Also, we have in the studio a consultant hematologist with the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Dr. Adedoyin Dosumu. And of course, the Chairman, Board of Trustees, Temitayo Awosika Help Foundation, Mr. Sule Ozeno. Thank you all for being here this morning.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Sunrise will be back in a moment for the home stretch. Don't go away.